Hello, it's Yahtzee Crowshaw again, and this is my friend. What's your name today?
Baron Connect 4 the Third.
Thank you. And today we're feeling in a European kind of mood. Ho-he-haw. Mm-hmm. This is an old adventure game from the sunny shores of France. This game
Looks like E.T.'s ship.
It's called Future Wars. The characters are all universally fucking tiny. Fortunately, to compensate for the characters all being tiny, all the items you have to pick up are very large and... Not really, this is a pixel hunt jamboree. I somehow got the impression you'd think worse of me by this point.
I'm not you. I actually understand that these games are old, you forget how to do stuff, you forget to do stuff like set, the A drive to something you can actually save to.
Yeah,
I don't sit here and nitpick over tiny mistakes, Yahtzee. See, that's...
I was a little bit rattled.
It's called being a friend.
Aww.
I accept all your failings.
What happened to you, man?
I quit drinking.
We used to hate people so much together.
Oh, hate's easy, Yahtzee. Compassion, that's where the money is.
Basically, they're talking about how someone female has gone missing and that has upset someone male.
Yep. That would upset me.
Now, if you...
Where'd my domesticated vagina go? Quick, fetch it.
You can't quite reach it. Is this the one?
This is...
No.
Jesus, this is not an effective creation of realism, Delphi.
Well, I think we abandoned that when a retard travelled back in time.
I like to imagine that's just all that'll happen. Like, we'll get some sort of, space downer from the future, just come back and not be able to explain anything.
By the same principle that we sent monkeys into space.
I want to hope the future hasn't gotten to the point of sending people with Down syndrome back in time as an experimentation. I really hope that doesn't happen. I don't want to live in that world.
Well, yes, we're not comparing people with Down syndrome to monkeys. We really like people with Down syndrome.
Hey, I really like monkeys.
Yes. But we are talking about sending them to their death.
Yeah, but imagine being the monkey that got shot into space. Like, that's...
I imagine the enormity of that event would have been lost on you.
I don't know, man. I mean the monkey's getting launched into space, it looks outside, it sees the whole world. That'd be like something just appearing before me and going, hey, check out the universe.
Hey,
I mean, that would have been something.
A monkey perceives only two things. Another monkey's butt and a banana. It would look out into that window and go...
Holy shit, you got it.
Oh my god, that is the biggest another monkey's butt I've ever seen in my life. And what a strangely shaped banana.
I saw the space monkey's butt. It was amazing. We all live on it. You don't understand.
I dropped acid, drifted into the desert, looked up into the night sky, and I saw the space monkey's butt.
We need to do more research on giving animals drugs. I want to see a whale trip balls. I know that'd take a lot, but I want to see that.
You'd need like several bucketfuls drops directly into the blowhole.
Worth every minute.
So now we're...
I'd take acid with it and try and have telepathy. Wait, citizen, you can't leave without your retarded helmet. You might fall down.
So if you try to go to that door, the pill wears off and you get killed. So what you're actually supposed to do is walk over here to this nice box and play like house games in the big box. Whee! I'm the master of the house.
Nobody find me. Exactly what you did with the Downer kid too. You played hide and seek with him and never found him.
If I were him, I'd have taken that hat off. I think you're right. Well, unless it's the only reason he's not a retard anymore.
Yeah. Maybe if it's a, Brainatronian hat, it repairs damaged neurons from too many chromosomes.
Still, fans of our main character's shapely butt are certainly getting a run for their money.
I am going to be hitting DeviantArt after this and putting up as much nice cheek shots that I can muster. I mean, look at that. Look at that.
Look at that. I'm glad that he's going to come and address the audience directly because I've grown so fond of this extremely dynamic character over the time we've had with him.
I've already got 3 fanfiction stories going with him and Robot Girl.
Are they all erotic?
Yes. Look at the groin. It's like a black hole from which light and my attention cannot escape.
He wouldn't even need to take that garment off to conceive his first child.
Fuck no, you just look at it. Suddenly my brain's pregnant with little worms of amazing future children. Just
goodbye. Hope to see you again soon.
We'll never see you again, Helmet. That's his name now. I'm calling him Helmet.
And there's their future wedding.
And you got elected Prince of the Future somehow.
Oh, well, that's why in a computer game shop.
I was going to say, what made you choose this over Monkey Island?
A computer game shop with nothing to go on, but
I do forget those days.
But the 2 box arts This was the one I went for. And tell me that's not a great box art. Because
Yeah, holy crap, that's actually quite cool.
it's simple. It shows our origin, our humble origins, but the stars within the paint sort of like imply that by this one small movement, a chain of events will lead to the salvation of the future.
He's wearing pumps and what I think look like pajama pants.
Although what he's doing with paints when he's a window cleaner, I do not know.
Looks like he's just gone to work high. That's exactly me. I'll just throw on my pumps, I'll go to school in my pajamas, and just come down in economics. That'll be fine.
I like to think this was part of a pre-story that our retard friend started washing the window with paint, and that's why his boss was so mad at him that day.
That's how I'll lead into my fan fiction. All my fan fiction won't have anything to do with the future wars or the time travelers. It'll all just be this dude's life before.
Oh, this
much more interesting.
This wasn't the box art everywhere.
Oh, good.
This was the European box art.
Yeah.
Would you like to see the American box art?
Yes, I would. Oh, that's awesome.
What the fuck is that?
I want that as a shirt. Look at the octopus.
I know, look at his little face.
He's angry.
Hello, it's Artsy Crochet again, and I'm drinking Strongbow Dry today. Gabriel's not drinking anything because he's a pussy.
Thank you for describing my decision to quit the excessive drinking I used to do in such a manner. My name's Polymonopoly anyway.
Because you're a pussy. Anyway.
On 2002, aliens invaded and rebuilt the World Trade Center.
So they did. Good for them.
Only just to blow it up again, which was kind of a dick move, really.
Yeah, well, it's kind of, an obvious target. And they'd probably been planning this for a few years, and they saw it. And
how cut must they have been? Yeah.
They were going, we're going to knock that one down. We're going to knock these humans down to size, and then
you bastards.
Well, shit. We're going to rebuild it again just to show you how to do it properly.
Yeah.
2 pink wafer biscuits are materializing in
this is a floating eyeball that took an elevator, and I love that. It can fly. It could probably just come up to your window. Takes the elevator.
Well, it's trying to
blend in.
Yeah, it's blending in with the scenario in 5 seconds.
Tore some serious ass. Well, I mean, you have to get to church, dude. That's God's punctual, if anything.
Yeah, he's got to confess whatever he just did in the hospital.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. Jerked off on a corpse again.
Well, at least you're getting better, my son. At least there was no actual penetration this time. I'm proud of you.
Let's not be too hasty. And got sucked into a toilet. Was that not a legitimate nightmare of yours when you were 3, though?
No. My nightmare was being eaten by the Sugar Puff monster. Yeah, don't even ask.
Oh, but I sort of want to. Part of me wants to know, and part of me is you don't want to know. Take over Earth through, apathy. Just present people with, a robotic version of something they've, masturbated to about a dozen fucking times, and they'll be
you can't
pliable.
You can't really look them in the eye at that point, can you? I've masturbated to you too often.
On Twitter, you'll get those weird sex bot followers, like the spam sex followers. They just go, I follow you. It's okay.
No, I don't think I've ever had sex bots follow me.
You'll know them when they crop up, because it'll be some random photo of a girl, some random name, and then she'll say, hey, I like cams, and just have a link to some stupid fucking cam site. And it makes the sentence, I'm being followed by sex bots, boring, which upsets me to no end. That's not a boring sentence. If I said to myself at 16, dude, in the mighty future of 2012, you'll be getting followed by sex bots, my eyes would light up. I'd be, this is gonna be awesome. The future, it's so close. I'm gonna tuck myself into bed and go to sleep so it can happen now. There's you'll see a great picture of Philip later that that will stay in your mind's eye for a long time. It's horrifying.
Well, it'll have to find room next to the Future War's buttocks.
I think they'll get along great. Philip's face and Future War cheeks. If we play more of these shitty games, soon you'll have a whole person to masturbate over.
All right, I want to see Philippe's face and the Future War's buttocks hanging out. Maybe sharing a flat. Maybe a sort of buddy cop duo.
Odd couple kind of thing, because the head's very high-minded. It's an intellectual, and the buttocks is all fart jokes. So they sort of get along.
That's the only way it can communicate.
They learn stuff about each other at the end of every episode, and wait until you see the mini game they have to illustrate computer hacking in the future. This is it. Look at this. I want you to watch what's happening, and this can be Philip's head's girlfriend, this thing on the right. I read this twice and had no idea even what I was supposed to be doing with this game. I have no clue what's going on.
Hello.
Yeah.
I'm the Mekon's girlfriend.
I'm giving you Down syndrome and you don't even know it.
Yeah, see, I like to think in our sitcom, this is just a thing that lives behind the fridge. And every now and again they move the fridge and it just goes... No, they quickly put the fridge back. Maybe like a sort of buddy cop duo.
Philip's head and space buttocks.
Future Wars, buttocks, you didn't wash up. Oh, Future Wars, buttocks, I can't stay mad at you.
Future Wars, buttocks, did you use all the toilet paper again? Well, you're right, I really don't use any, so good point.
I just don't even know what to say, so I just default to going...
That's, back when I used to drink, that is how I would hit on women.
Did it ever work?
Sadly, yes.
I bet it did.
Sadly, yes.
I know what kind of women you used to hit on.
I don't hit on women. I'm more like a trapdoor spider. I just sort of lie in wait.
Yeah, eventually something comes along and
has pity on me.
Yeah.
Or thinks it can change me. That's always a step. I'm gonna fix him. No, you're not.
You know, like the easiest way to get married is apparently to be in prison in America for several extremely hideous murders. Because there's this it was on QI. There's a special mental disorder. It's got a name that you're really attracted to the worst of the worst.
That's great. Well, that explains my sex life. Puzzle solved.
Yes. So
I'm lonely. And I decided to walk in while the robot was still there, just to show me getting turned into
You've been turned into some kind of kanji symbol.
I've been turned into Japanese.
That's like a nightmarish laser, isn't it? It turns you into a foreign language.
There's some interesting sort of existential philosophy behind a gun that can turn you into a foreign language. What word would you be in kanji, Yahtzee? What would you get tattooed on your hip?
Shouting bellend.
I bet they exactly have a kanji that would fit that. I mean, it'd probably directly translate more to, shrieking penis hood, but it's the same thing, essentially.
Yeah, it works. That could be my Native American name as well. I'm surprised there are less bullshit deaths in this game than Sierra games usually have. Oh, spoke too soon.
Yeah, there's a dragon for no reason. It's not explained.
That dragon looks really sort of socially awkward after he's knocked your head off.
I'm sorry, are we friends?
It's like, oh shit, oh god, oh, I wasn't expecting that to happen.
Next time, do something. Fantastic advice, you cunts.
Fuck these guys, you've never looked so good. Hello, it's Yahtzee Grocer again, and this is...
The Gabe Escape.
Thank you. And today we're playing the very first game I ever owned on the Amiga.
Wow.
The Amiga
design. I actually remember that.
Curse of Enchantia. And I hope you
For a dialogue-free game, this has had the most dialogue of any game we've played so far.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, because that was the words hi, help, and shut up are pretty much the only spoken dialogue in this entire game. And you'll never hear shut up again.
That guard was great.
But incidentally, our main character's name is Brad. Canonically, he is a 15-year-old boy.
I see. I wonder if he can hold his breath for 14 minutes.
No, he just puts a fishbowl on his head and now he's fine.
That works. All young children go attempt to just scuba dive in your backyard pool now.
We'll just talk to this explain to me the logic of a fish who has an underwater stall selling gaseous oxygen.
I'm I feel like kind of that Alice in Wonderland moment where I've tumbled down a hole and there's so much going on around me, I'm trying to wrap my head around it. And as I'm wrapping my head around the thing that was 2 panels ago, more shit like this is happening and I'm behind already.
Now, why do you think we had to use that oxygen tank?
I thought you needed more oxygen because your helmet might run out, but now the fish is just gone, so I'm not sure.
Well, doing so causes this turtle to appear. Yeah, just don't even try to think of it.
This is less of a game than it is like a random meaninglessness of life simulator.
Pretty much.
There's no logic to anything. It may appear like there is. Stuff just happens and then you die.
This is by far the most tedious part of the game. That's something to look forward to. Anyway,
no, it just that would have been no small effort. Like that was
a game. It must have been like 15 seconds long. I think we're nearly done picking up rocks.
It's weird, like those little like a brown version of muck from Gen 1 Pokemon. Around, and it has.
Watch this sequence carefully.
Earth's bumhole.
Watch this scene and try to make sense of it. Keep watching.
I can do nothing but. Geologists have been lying to me about where rocks come from.
Okay, theories. That was the puzzle, by the way. We now have the sticks that we needed.
What? I legitimately, I have no clue what just happened.
Oh,
and I just finished playing Lollipop Chainsaw.
Oh, look, Pixel Hunt puzzle.
Oh, yes.
A coin. Pick this one up.
That last room, like with the things coming out of the things, I need to be in the room when that room was being discussed. Because imagine if you and I were making this game, and I was like, okay, and then he walks into this room, and then I just, using words, try to explain that sequence to you.
Yeah.
You'd kick me out of your house, your life, everything. You'd probably try to have me killed. And rightfully so, because anybody who can come up with that is like a few bad dates away from murdering girls he sees on Facebook. Like, that's...
Now, what's the best use for a CRT monitor? Ballast.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, it's not like we could use any of those massive heavy rocks we've been picking up for that. No, just go there. Pick up the things later. More giant rocks. Okay, we just got one more rock to give to the guy. Let's see what reward he's got for us. It's a piece of string!
I hate this game.
I think he might be trying to teach us some kind of, guru life lesson.
Yeah, don't give things to rock bashers.
When life gives you rocks, here's a piece of string for you. And now, an introduction to ice hole fishing with Brad. He makes it look easy. I get the feeling this guy had kind of misunderstood the give a man a fish phrase. Because he will just give you his fishing rod if you give him a fish.
Well, I mean,
Give a man a fish and he will eat for a day. Teach a man to fish and he will give you a fish so you can run away. Now, what do you think we used our fishing rod for? Burn it, correct. Of course, we're going to burn it. We're going to attack this ice block with it. And why we couldn't just use the wooden plank that we used to catch the fish to get the fishing rod that we are now burning to free this green man who doesn't do anything. Oh, mustn't forget to pick up the ashes. That's another flag.
Oh, God.
And this guy's an ignorant fuck who doesn't even return our greeting. Oh, yes, we have to attack with the broom to get that.
Fuck yeah, guns.
Yes, but we're not going to use the gun the way you think we're going to use it.
Of course not. Gonna give it to a gun fetishist who's gonna marry it, and then they're gonna throw the bouquet, and the bouquet will hit like a chandelier, and the chandelier will fall down and kill the evil queen.
By the way, the eventual point of this sequence is to break the glass of the window at the end of the hall. We couldn't use the fucking
like the
gun.
Or
the millions of rocks. Or the broom, yes, the broom, which we used in 2 different ways. But we used the gun to insert in this gun holster that happens to be part of this pulley arrangement. So we must break this window by combining the whistle with the megaphone.
That's the easiest way to break glass.
Yes. Of course. What the hell was that, Brad? Now we've defeated her, but she's not proper defeated yet.
Using me for an evil spell, I mean, that could have involved, she's pretty good looking.
We have to defeat her by putting a ring on her, and then she's arrested for trying to marry a minor.
Are you serious? Tell me that's...
No, she just...
Damn!
She just couldn't live with the shame. And we get teleported back home instantly.
Oh, that ending was radical.
Oh, the early 90s.
It's sad that, the 90s completely mined out planet Earth's supply of radium.
Incidentally, I do apologise to everyone for how long it took before this next one. I know you've been sending all your lovely little posts and reminders on my website and my Twitter and my YouTube account going, when's the next LP? Well, I'm sorry. I can only apologise in profuseness for the fact that I had to
apologise.
For the fact that I had to concentrate on the things that I actually do for a living so that I can actually have money to eat food and pay rent. I'm so sorry if you didn't have any free entertainment to numb yourself from reality for another few weeks. I'm so arsing sorry, You
miserable, entitled fucks. I've been doing university work, so that's my...
Yes, how's that going?
Yeah, good.
Actually, I don't care. And I was just about to... Oh, God, I blew it again. What? Why can't I just tell him how I really feel?
Yeah, it's just Jesus just desperately in love with Philip's head.